Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Today's makeup tutorial I'm going to do for you is of Leona Lewis. Now last night she was on the UK X Factor and looked just spectacular. So got straight on the emails to email her makeup artist Jane Bradley and ask her what products that she used. She's kindly told me all the products she used. I've got most of them, so I'm going to recreate it trying to use the correct products. Those of you in the US, I promise I am going to do one for you. I just haven't got around to it yet. And I really didn't want to miss this tutorial because it's really, really beautiful. Those of you that haven't seen a picture of Leona, on our blog we'll put a picture and we'll do a little write-up on Jane as well. I hope you enjoy. So to start off with, I am going to use Nars Sheer Glow Foundation. This is not the one she used. She actually used Armani. But I'm going to use this one because I don't have Armani. I'm going to get my Real Techniques buffing brush and work that into the skin. Now if you're wondering how this foundation photos, it photos beautifully. I used it on my wedding day and was really happy with the outcome. So I'm going to take that all the way over the skin to give myself a completely blank canvas, even taking it over the lids. But what I would say is just check that you take away any of the oils after you've done this, so it doesn't let the eyeshadow crease, although in this look it won't crease anyway. I'm then going to take a little bit of Select Cover Up from MAC. This one's in NW20. And I'm just going to use that on my blemishes. I have a few. Now I like this concealer because it goes on liquid but it sets really, really matte. So I really like it for concealing blemishes. Okay, once I've got my foundation done, I'm going to leave it to set and I'm going to move on to the eyes. I have got a brown palette. These are MAC eyeshadows and I am going to use Omega and Espresso from here. I'm going to start off with Omega and that is going to go all over the lid. This is probably not even really going to be seen, but it's all about the blending underneath as well. She had quite a lovely blend just through the socket bone. So Omega roughly all over to start off with, and a bit of Espresso just through this socket here. And slightly winging out so we get a nice winged out shape. Just adding a little bit of depth through the socket bone. The next step is the clever bit. Collections 2000. This is Glam Crystal's Dazzling Gel Liner. And she used this all over the eyelid, which I think is great because it means that you don't get the fall down. This one is in Glitz 1. So I'm just popping some onto the back of my hand and then I'm going to use my ring finger just to push it over the lid. And then just build with it, leave it to set, and then just add some more, so it builds it. And then we're just going to use the brush just to get right in there, and make sure it's as full as I can get it. I actually think it may be easier to do it straight from the wand, people. But let it dry for a second before you add more, otherwise it's going to just pull it off again. I'm then going to go back in with my Espresso and I'm going to use the Louise Young brush and I'm just going to apply that to this very edge here to make that a little bit stronger because you could see her contour through here. Perfect. Okay, once I've got the shape, I am then going to get myself a MAC Blacktracks liner. This is a Fluidline, and I'm using a Louise Fine Liner brush. I'm going to add some eyeliner. So I'm going to start really from the very corner of the eye. So just wing that liner so it's in keeping with the eye shape. Okay, what I'm going to do also is just take that through the waterline, the top waterline, so that we've got a really strong black line. Now I'm also going to take the browns just pulled down under the eye. So that's the Espresso mixed with a little bit of Omega. Just on the underneath of the eye. I'm going to add some mascara. I have got, this one's False Lashes by MAC. Plenty of mascara. I am going to put some lashes on though, I think. I'm then going to move on to the brows. I have got Dirty Blonde. This is a MAC Impeccable brow pencil. Now Leona had lovely full brows, so I am going to probably use my Omega over the top of this. Because mine aren't quite so lovely and full, unfortunately. I'm trying to get them there, but they're not quite there yet. But that's why we have makeup, so we can cheat those things. Just give those a little brush through. And then I'm going to take an angle brush and my Omega and maybe a little bit of brown just to darken those brows through a tiny bit. Just to make my brows a bit more Leona Lewis like. Okay, I'm then going to add a little bit of mascara to the bottom lashes. Right, for the cheeks, I have got a Ben Nye, this is the Pro Cream Contour. Now, she actually used the Steeler one, but we don't have Steeler here, so I couldn't go and get it. So I'm substituting it for this. All the other products I've used are the ones that were used, apart from the foundation. So I'm just going to take that through the cheekbone. And a tiny bit through the hairline. I really like this product, so you've probably seen me use it in a few videos recently. It's great for cream contouring. Now on the cheekbones and brow bones we have got Liz Earl. This is Light Reflecting Concealer. This is actually what Leona had on as well. So I'm going to take that, wind it up and take it through the top of the cheekbone. She had obviously a darker colour than me on, but make sure you get the colour that suits you, and that's through the top of the cheekbone and also through the brow bone, so the light's going to reflect on that beautifully. I'm just going to use a contour brush to blend that in. So those of you that have a Touche Clay and you find that it really reflects, don't worry, use it on the cheekbones and brow bones, because that's what these kind of concealers are perfect for. So I'm just buffing that in to the brow bone. Also helps the eyeshadow to look better and softer. On the apples of the cheek, another Liz Earl product. This one is called Blossom and it is 02. It's a cream blush. I'm just going to use my finger just to buff that in. Take that slightly up the cheek and then take my contour brush to soften that a little bit. Now on her lips, Leona actually had MAC Lovelorn. It looked really light on her. On me it's obviously going to come out much darker. So I've chosen a colour that looks very, very similar on me as it did on her. So this one's called Fabby from MAC. I'm going to take a little bit of stone lip liner just to shape my lips a tiny bit. And then I'm going to run Fabby right the way over. I'm going to take a tiny bit of, this is a chromograph pencil, just through the lash line. This one's in NC15 to NW20. I'm going to just run that along the waterline. I then want to add some lashes, and I have got Amazing Shine lashes. These ones are in 600. I'm just going to use my latex free glue. This one is Premier Products Add a Lash is what it's called. I know a few of you asked and I couldn't remember last time. So just pop the lashes into shape. Check that it all looks good. I'm then going to add a tiny bit of powder, and I've got Luminous Pressed Powder by Sleek Makeup. I'm going to do a dusting of that, just to check that everything that should be matte is. Going to keep the cheeks obviously with a shine. So there you have the finished Leona Lewis look. I think it's really, really nice, and I think Jane did an amazing job, and I want to thank her so much for being so quick in telling us what product she used. And have a go at recreating it. Let me know how you get on. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye.